Isaac. Let's do for Isaac.
Come on in. Come on in.
What? I'm just saying I'm cold. I'm just Look.
Huh? Oh no.
Okay, smile and clap. Oh, there's your Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Take out your computers, get logged in. We got to get going on a lab today, ladies and gentlemen. Well, if you don't have one, that's going to be your only choice, but you got to wait the 10 minutes now. Put your phone away that's in your lap. No, away would mean in your backpack where you won't be looking at it, because if you're going to be looking at it, it's going to go in there. Okay? So, thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, your phone should be put away. Your headphones should be taken out so that we can get to work today.
He is worn out, he says. He says, because it won't open the door. His will, but that one.
Okay. Sign in, Luis. Sign in. Here you go. Brand new one. Try that.
All right. Oh, thank you.
Yep. My two are just gone, so you're going to have to wait a second so that I can go in back and get them. All right. Whoever phones happen to be making noise, shut them off, please. All right. Thank you, Jonathan. All right, ladies and gentlemen, today we are going to do a lab activity. So it's going to take you most of the hour to collect your data because there's actually 3 parts to it. So your computer should be open, your computer should be out. I'm going to show you what to do. Then we're going to give you some time. So today you're going to find different ways of finding an object's density. Okay? So that is what we're going to do. The other day we talked about boiling points. We talked about freezing points. All of these things are data because they are numbers. Numbers are great because numbers can help us identify things. And that is what we are going to start looking at today. By the way, you will have a quiz on Friday. Friday is the day of the pep rally. Friday we will have a shortened class period, but we will still have time to get in our quiz. Our quiz will involve states of matter, our quiz will involve KMT, and our quiz will involve phase changes. Those are the things that we have talked about that will be on it. The density activity that we are starting today and finishing tomorrow will not. Okay? So that will not be on there. Okay? The lab activity is going to be due tomorrow. Today we have to get our data collected. Tomorrow we have to graph our data and do some other things with it, which we will show you how to do tomorrow, possibly today, depending on how it goes, okay? So I don't have a question of the day for you involving the normal stuff that we would do. But I do have a question for you, and that is, how do you find the density of an object? Okay, what does that tell you? Okay, so what is density then? What does that mean, Manny?
Yeah.
That's it? That's all you got?
Yeah.
Okay, anyone else? You've taken density before. When you were a freshman in physical science, you took density multiple times. When you were in 6th grade, probably in the middle school, you took density. What's that? It is part of it. Density is not about the weight, but it is about the mass of an object. What else is it about? Look it up on Google. I'll be back in a second, ladies and gentlemen. So what is density?
Doesn't it have something to do like if it's hollow or not?
Kind of, yes. Well, if something's hollow, that is going to affect its mass, right? So that is part of density. Again, what is density? Brianna, when you looked it up on Google, what is density? Sorry, the what of a substance? And? Okay. Density is the relationship between how much mass a substance has and how much space it takes up. Okay? That is what density is. It involves how much mass it takes up and how much space it takes up. So what I need you to do, ladies and gentlemen, is in in Canvas. In Canvas, please go into the modules. And in the modules, you will find the density lab down at the bottom here. Now, when you click on it, ladies and gentlemen, there are actually 2 files that you need to open. You need to open 2 files, so please open both of them. Open the Google document, open the Google Sheets part of it. You need both of them open, ladies and gentlemen. When you open them up, this is what the Google Sheet will look like, and this is what the lab will look like. So in this lab, you are going to collect and compare the masses and volumes of 3 different liquids to collect and compare their densities. So there are 3 different liquids out at each station. When you are at your station working, ladies and gentlemen, there will be a group across from you. That group that is across from you will be working with one of the 3 liquids. You will be working with the other. When you are done with one liquid, whoever is done first needs to grab the liquid that neither group has used. So that way you're not fighting over the same liquid at the end. So whoever is done first will grab the 3rd liquid that is at your table. The 3 liquids that are at your table are water, alcohol, and the substance called glycerin. All 3 are liquids. The water is blue in color. The alcohol is red in color, and the glycerin is clear. Okay? So you are going to take and you are going to make at least 3 observations, qualitative observations, meaning no numbers, for the water, for the glycerin, and for the alcohol. Now, you can look at it, you can feel it, you can smell it, do not taste it, and it will not be making any sounds. So you have to get your 3 observations out of sight, feel, and smell. Okay? If you want to do more, you are welcome to do more. There is actually room here for you to do 6 each. When you are done making your qualitative observations, then you are going to take and follow the directions over here for how to collect your data, your quantitative observations. Okay? Now, your quantitative observations are not going in this lab directly. They are going into this Google Sheet. Now, please, 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 whatever you do, do not change anything in this Google Sheet other than typing in the white boxes. Only type in the white boxes, and I will show you why in just a second. The first thing that you are going to do, ladies and gentlemen, is there is an empty graduated cylinder at your station. You are going to open up the top of your balance. You are going to put this into your balance, and you are going to find the mass of your empty graduated cylinder. They will not be the same at every station. They are not going to be the same at every station. So mine is reading 109.970. By the way, I have to keep the top of this open because it will not fit otherwise. So where it says mass of graduated cylinder right here, that is where you will type in your mass of your graduated cylinder. Mine was 109.907. And when I do that and I hit enter, ladies and gentlemen, it fills in all of the yellow boxes for me. That's why don't touch any of the yellow boxes. You will change formulas that are already in those boxes, and then it will not look the way it does for me. Now, this is not correct, but it will be in a minute or two. So now that I have found the mass of this cylinder, ladies and gentlemen, oh my, okay. You need to change something for me, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry, I thought I changed it, but I did not. Read me what your numbers are here, please. What is the first number you have right here?
25.
Thank you. I did change it in yours then. Then it goes 40. Then it goes 50, 75, and 100, correct? Okay, mine was the only one that was wrong here. So mine is a different file. That's why yours is okay. Mine is not. I'm fixing mine. Okay, again, I'm only typing in white boxes. So again, not a big deal. All right, so now what's going to happen is I am going to pick a liquid. I'm going to start with water. If I'm working with water, the group that is on the other side of me cannot work with water. Okay? They will have to pick a different substance. And also, I did not put this on the balance and hit 0 and get it zeroed out. You can't do that in this lab. Why? Because if you do this on one side of the lab, no one else can work at that balance with you, and I'm going to make you dump everything out and start all over again. Put it on your balance, find the mass of it, take it off. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my water, ladies and gentlemen, and I am going to add this first volume of water to the graduated cylinder. I'm going to add 25 milliliters. Okay? Now, to do this, there is what is called a pipette in here. This will help you get your last little amounts so that you are right on where you are supposed to be. This could take some out if you accidentally go over too much. This can add some. But if you're going to add 25 milliliters like this, this is 2 milliliters at a time. You're going to have to do 12 to 13 of these. You don't want to do that. So what you're going to do is you're going to make and bend down. The graduated cylinder is marked out by ones. So here's 20, here's 30, here's 40, 25 is right in the middle. So I'm going to take and I'm going to add the water until I am below 25, just a little bit below. And when I'm a little bit below, then I can take my pipette and I can add a little bit at a time until I get exactly to 25. And now when I get exactly to 25, ladies and gentlemen, I put it back on my balance and I get my new mass, 134.294. That goes in this box right here. The mass of the graduated cylinder and the water. Do not subtract the mass of the graduated cylinder. Type in the mass that is shown on your screen. 134.294. When I type it in, it will do the math for you. Here's what the mass of just the water is. And how does it know that? Well, it took this number and subtracted this one. So there's the mass of just the water in this container. Now I want to find the density of that water. To find density, we take mass divided by volume. That is the mathematical formula for density. So the computer takes 24.387, the mass, divided by the 25, which is what you are supposed to have in there, and it will calculate your density for you, ladies and gentlemen. You won't have to do any math. All you have to do is make your calculation or make your amounts in there, record your masses, and the computer will do the rest for you. Okay? It will do the rest for you. Matter of fact, it will calculate every one of these densities for you, and then it will give you an average of these values after you are done. Mine is now negative 1.31 because I need to get these changed into what they should be. And they will change every time I type a new number in this box. Questions? So you are going to do this for 3 different liquids. When I am done, now I started at 25. Why did I start at 25? Because now I can add some and go to 40. And then I can add some more and go to 50. Then I can add some more and go to 75. And then I could finish out at 100. If I started here, I would have to take some out each time. That doesn't make a lot of sense. But when I am done, when I get to 100 and I am finished with this, take the liquid that is inside here and pour it back into the container you got it out of. Okay? Pour it back into the container you got it out of. Then you are going to have to clean this before you go to your next liquid. To clean this, ladies and gentlemen, all you need to do, a little bit of the hand soap, squirt it in there, take a little bit of water, fill it, and then there are these brushes on the side. Take and put them in there, move them back and forth a little bit, dump everything out, and rinse it. When the water comes out clear, you are good except for one thing. You need to dry this, ladies and gentlemen. So take some hand towels. Take and twist them around. Push them down in there. Spin them around. Get it as dry as you can, ladies and gentlemen. And then you can start on your next liquid. The water, the alcohol, easy to get out. The glycerin is a lot thicker liquid. It will be harder to pour. It will be harder to get out. It will be harder to clean out. I don't care which order you do them in, but you need to make sure that if you're working with water, which is the blue color, you're putting it up here. If you're working with alcohol, which is the red color, you're putting it in down here. Now you'll notice the mass of the cylinder is already in here. Why? Yeah, and is it going to change? No. At the bottom, under the green, is the glycerin. So put in your numbers. This will automatically take care of everything over here, here, and here. Everything in yellow will automatically take care of itself. Now let me ask you one question, because every year this happens to someone. If I add 25 milliliters, I get a certain number here, correct? When I go to 40, what should happen to this number right here? Should increase. And then the next one should increase, and then the next one should increase, and then the next one should increase, correct? Every year I walk up to somebody's data and their numbers go up, up, down, up, up. What happened here? I don't know. There is no way possible that these numbers cannot go up. No way. Okay? So that is what they have to do. Questions, ladies and gentlemen? So we are going to try to get our data collected today. We will see how long that takes you, and then we will see what we can do afterwards. Okay? But you need to try to measure as accurately as you can. Accuracy means you are trying to be close to a target. Your target is 25, 40, 50, 75, and 100. That is your target. If you don't get close to that, you're not going to get very good results. And we will see how good your results are at the end very easily. Every lab station is set up. Every lab station is ready to go. If you're worried about getting red alcohol on your shirt, there are aprons in the back that you can wear to protect yourself. Shouldn't happen, but again, if you are worried, that is what they are there for. Questions, ladies and gentlemen? All right, let's go to work. Myra, go ahead and go to the library right away.
Well, Luis, you should have seen it. Or you should have seen it. You want to one more cut. Because this
16 people. Everybody is in groups of 2. There are no groups of 3. 16 people. Everybody is in groups of 2. That's what it's there for.
But it said 3%, or is that not 3%?
Well, if it says 3%, that's what it is. Louise, so smart, right over there. You could have a lot of work at the station across from me or across from Calvin anymore. Yes. One second, let me answer this. No problem. Okay, Manny, what's your question? Please remember, the first thing you need to do before you add any liquid is what? No. What is it? First thing you need to do is put an acid in. If your balance was not, make sure you turn it on and retrieve 0.000 before you begin. this has to go up at the top, even if you're not doing water right away. It has to go up in that very top box. Okay? It has to go up in that very top box. Then you can slide down to whichever one you are doing. Please do not forget to do them afterwards, but you need to make your qualitative observations as well. Remember when you're pouring liquids are prepared to not to melt together. Liquids and electronics don't do those things. So don't have to pour on balances. When you're pouring the liquid, There are towels by the sink. If you spill anything, ladies and gentlemen, when you are finished, make sure you wipe down your face if there's any liquids left on it. You don't have to print that because we're going to attach that into our lab. Just so you know. Yeah, and I'll show you how to do that tomorrow. Okay? Well, you're going to, but we're going to do that tomorrow. Well, we're not quite done with class yet, so they are going to do something. We're just not going to do that. Yes, I can. Hang on 1 second. Myra, put away the phone. Last number under alcohol menu is closed. Okay. So just you maybe four. Yeah. All you have to do is ask me. Get your numbers done. Get your observations done, and then I want to take a look at it real quick. Yes, I was doing it. All right, let's see, please, ladies and gentlemen. I got a couple minutes left. There's a couple things I want to do with you. Please go into. First of all, tomorrow we will finish making the graphs. Tomorrow we will finish adding the data table, and tomorrow we will finish with